Hey guys, and welcome to another video. Have you ever thought of having your own gaming library? Have you ever thought of having all of your favorite games in one place? Have you ever thought of getting rid of CDs and DVDs and get everything online without an extra space? Well, you can be relieved now, because this dream is coming true. Now, those who are listening to what I'm saying will simply say, "Hey man, are you nuts? Isn't that already the case? We all have Steam and Epic and other stores, and all our games are in there. What the hell are you talking about?" Well guys, be prepared to some changes, because what I just said is brand new, or that's what Ubisoft is thinking about. What does that mean? Well, we'll find out soon enough after you grab a beer and let's go. Some, if not too many, of you have heard or read about Ubisoft's new project, which I'm not saying it's happening tomorrow, but it's definitely on the agenda. We may no longer be able to keep the games you have purchased. Why? Because Ubisoft is thinking about turning our gaming libraries into Netflix libraries. How is that possible? Well, those who have Netflix or any other movie streaming platform with the same system know that you have to pay a monthly fee in order to keep your library. And no matter how many films you have in your library, or how many times you have watched those films, or films you are yet to watch, if you don't pay a monthly fee, this library would simply disappear, and it won't appear again before you have renewed your payment. That is Ubisoft's new strategy. You can no longer buy a game. You instead rent a game, and as long as you pay the rent every month, you can still play that game. Of course, here you are not renting a game, but renting a library, just as Netflix. It's got plenty of films which you can watch and plenty which you are not interested in watching, because you are renting the whole thing. In our library of games, we have got dozens of games, and surely not all of them are interesting for us. And the question is it confirmed? Still not. Is it possible? Honestly, yes, it is possible. When we talk about Ubisoft, we are talking about one of the greediest, if not the greediest company.
EA Sports. It's in the game.
Sorry, EA. I forgot you're around. Apologies. You will forever be the greediest. Back to the main idea. If that happens, and if Ubisoft managed to convince other stores to follow the same system, is it good or bad? First, this wouldn't happen tomorrow. It would need a long time before all companies reach an agreement. Again, if they manage to reach one. The idea itself has advantages and disadvantages. Let's start with the disadvantages first. Remember, I am only expressing my own ideas with which you can agree or simply disagree. 1. For us players, we would be paying a monthly fee for games we never enjoy. For example, I don't like zombies games. Sorry zombies players, it's not my taste, but I do respect your taste. Why would I pay for a game which I never play? A game that never interests me. On the other side, there are plenty of games which people still play even today. Red Dead Redemption 2, for example, and even 1. Whole YouTube channels get money for making videos about that game, which was released many years ago. Also, Simulation games that have no story. Games that were published a decade ago. People still play them, and they have even purchased many DLCs. Why do they have to lose everything if they don't pay every month? Why do I have to pay for the base game, then DLCs, then a monthly fee? Who am I, the Central Bank of America? Number 2. For developers. We are all familiar with the term early access, which means playing a game as it's still under development. So, as players, we don't only provide developers with our feedback, but we also provide them with funds to continue with their project. And we don't have to pay again when the game is complete. But with Ubisoft's strategy, a lot of developers won't get the necessary funds or feedback that help them finish the product. And I'm talking about the new developers and publishers, not the big ones who release a full product. Sorry, Unity, I'm not talking about you. Who developed and published you? Yeah, Ubisoft. Okay, let's move to the advantages. Number 1 in advantages is the opposite of number 1 in disadvantages. I can pay every month and get a full game with all additional content, and I don't have to pay for every DLC whenever it's released. I may pay a small extra fee to play the game with other DLCs, but not a price of a whole game of a new developer's game. For example, Fairbus Simulator and its pricey DLCs. We're talking about more than 200 euros just for the DLCs. And by the way, this studio is very well known for high prices. So if you want to buy any game developed by this company or publisher, you better wait for a sale, no matter how entertaining the game is. Number 2, for developers. Games like American Truck Simulator, Farming Simulator, and many others. They keep improving their games, even though they were released almost a decade ago. For example, Euro Truck Simulator 2. Some of them are moving to Unreal Engine 5 without charging the players who have purchased the original product. And of course, they need more funds. For them, it's a good way to have their fair share. If I'm to give an honest opinion, I actually can't say anything. Whenever I say I'm against that, I look at the advantages. And whenever I say I'm for, I look at the disadvantages. So I really can say nothing for now, but as I have already said, if that's really the future of gaming libraries, this wouldn't happen before a long time. Before a long time has passed. And maybe at that time, we will have gathered more information or thought about more advantages. So guys, that was what I wanted to talk about in this video. Write in the comments what you think about this new strategy. Are you against or for? Whatever your answer is, don't forget to give your reasons. And if you liked what you watched, please don't forget to subscribe and leave a like. Thank you very much for watching, and see you later.